Okay, so you've probably seen this floating around online, the end of the husband era. It's a pretty bold claim, right? Well, today we're going to break down this viral post that says modern dating is in the middle of a massive shift. And believe it or not, it all kicks off with a story about some, let's just say, really bad advice. And the post starts with this absolute banger of a quote. It's crazy how the loudest advice often comes from the messiest people. Wow. I mean, that right there sets the stage, doesn't it? It immediately makes you think about who you're listening to and whether the advice you're getting is actually helpful or just, messy. All right, so let's dive into the story that's at the center of this whole thing. It's an anecdote about a woman named Destiny. So picture this. Destiny's in a coffee shop with her four friends. She's looking amazing, but you can just tell she feels awful. And her friends, they're all just shouting at her, "Block him! You need to upgrade!" Her heart's basically on the table, and she's trying to figure things out with Jason, the guy she loves, but her friends, they are not helping. And this is where the post gets really sharp. It throws out this idea, misery loves company. You know the saying. The author suggests that maybe, just maybe, these friends aren't giving good advice because seeing Destiny in a healthy relationship just reminds them of what they don't have. Ouch, that's a pretty heavy accusation. And this right here really breaks down the whole dilemma. On one side, you've got Jason, her partner. He's trying to call, trying to fix things, trying to be heard. But on the other side, you've got this wall of negativity from her friends, just hyping her up to leave and move on. His voice is basically getting drowned out. Okay, so this is where the whole thing pivots. The author takes this one story about Destiny and uses it as a launchpad for a much, much bigger claim about a shift in society. And here it is, the big headline. The husband era is over. We are outside now. According to the post, this is becoming the new anthem for men. The idea is that after seeing or hearing stories like Destiny's, a lot of guys are just checking out of the whole traditional commitment thing. So what does "we are outside now" even mean? Well, the post defines it as a choice. It's choosing freedom, fun, and independence over responsibility, commitment, and stability. It's a total vibe shift. And the author argues this isn't just about wanting to party more. It's a deep, fundamental shift. It used to be that men were raised with this idea of leading, protecting, and building a family. But now, the argument is they're being raised to protect themselves first. And the reason for that, according to this post, is because the stakes are just too high. Choosing the wrong partner can cost you everything. All right, so if you're wondering why this shift is supposedly happening, the post doesn't just leave it at that. It actually lays out 9 specific reasons to back up the claim. Let's get into them. So the post offers up 9 reasons for this whole cultural shift. Let's kick things off with the first 3. Okay, so reasons 1 through 3 really seem to be about a change in priorities. Number 1, the idea that men are now kind of groomed to chase success first, not necessarily to be a husband. Number 2, short-term fun and excitement are just more appealing than long-term commitment these days. And number 3, which is a big one, relationships just feel incredibly risky. A guy feels like he can lose his money, his kids, his peace of mind, the whole shebang. All right, moving on to reasons 4 through 6, and this batch is all about loyalty or the lack of it. Number 4 talks about hypergamy on both sides, basically the upgrade mentality. If you think you can do better, you will. Number 5 says backup plans are super common now, so that idea of default loyalty, gone. And of course, number 6, social media. It puts temptation literally in everyone's pocket 24/7. And the last 3 reasons wrap it up by looking at the bigger picture. Number 7, guys are pushing off marriage and having kids way later, all in the name of more freedom. Number 8, the traditional role of a husband often gets criticized or even made fun of in culture today. And finally, number 9, it just seems like all you ever hear about are marriages that end in a courtroom, not the ones that end happily ever after. So, okay, we've gone from Destiny's story all the way through these 9 reasons for this supposed cultural shift. Now, the post wraps everything up with a section it calls Real Talk, basically some direct advice for both men and women on how to deal with all this. So for women, the advice is pretty clear. Protect your energy and guard your heart. Look for men who actually still believe in things like family, loyalty, and building a legacy. And maybe most importantly, and this brings it all full circle, be really, really mindful of who you call a friend and whose advice you're taking. And then the author turns to the guys. and leaves them with this one final question to think about. If her friends want you gone more than she wants to understand you, what's your next move? And that's really the final thought. It ties this whole thing back to that coffee shop and puts the ball right in your court.